Hello everyone, welcome to Chemistry Academy. This is episode 28 for JEE Advanced Problem Series, and today we are going to discuss Olympiad question which is very relevant to JEE Advanced paper. So in mains there was no syllabus regarding real gases or ideal gases. So this question includes chemical equilibrium as well as gaseous state. Let us start the question. Before starting the question, I will request you to please share about our app in your circle. यदि आप हमारे चैनल पे नए हैं और आपने हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो उसको लाइक करें और सब्सक्राइब करें. So this question is about the phase diagram related to water. So water, the commonest substance around us, is an excellent system to understand many concepts of thermodynamics. It exists in three different phases: solid, ice, liquid and vapor. At high pressure, different solid phases of ice exist, but we do not consider them here. The phase diagram for water, which gives the pressure versus temperature curves for different phases in equilibrium, is shown below. And here it is mentioned that the phase diagram of water is not up to the scale. So based on this information, there are 6 questions we are going to discuss. So the first part is, what temperature and pressure do all the three substances of water coexist in equilibrium? The second part is, what is the effect of decrease of pressure on boiling point of water and melting point of ice as seen from the phase diagram? The third part is, the liquid vapor coexistence curve ends at a point PC is equal to 223 bar and TC is equal to 374 degrees Celsius. What is the significance of this point? And the D option is, what is the phase diagram of water at temperature 300 Kelvin and pressure 12 bar and at temperature 270 Kelvin and pressure 1 bar? The E option is, below what value of pressure will ice when heated isobarically sublime to vapor? And the last part is, at a certain temperature and pressure on the liquid vapor coexistence lines, the molar volume of water into two phases are given. For 1 mole of water in 1 liter vessel at this temperature and pressure, determine the volume fraction in liquid and vapor phases. तो ये क्वेश्चन है और बेसिकली ये इंटरनेशनल ओलंपियाड का क्वेश्चन है जिसमें इसके बहुत सारे पार्ट हैं. ये पहला पार्ट कैपिटल ए के, इसमें 6 पार्ट्स हैं, राइट. वेरी रिलेवेंट टू आवर जेईई एडवांस सिलेबस. तो शुरू करते हैं इसका डिस्कशन. तो आइए शुरू करते हैं डिस्कशन. पहला पार्ट, फर्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चन. So this is a very simple part. They are asking that at what temperature and pressure do all the three phases of water coexist in equilibrium? तो solid, liquid and vapor तीनों फेस जो है वो इस पॉइंट पे, इस पॉइंट का नाम है ट्रिपल पॉइंट. At triple point all the three phases solid, liquid and gas coexist together. इस डायग्राम से अगर हम देखें तो जो टेम्परेचर की वैल्यू है डिग्री सेल्सियस में, at temperature 0.01 degree Celsius, which is almost near to 0 degree Celsius, and the pressure in bar is given here. The pressure is 6.11 into 10 to the power minus 3 bar, right? If I simplify this pressure is equal to 0.00611 bar और अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 0.006 ATM पे ट्रिपल पॉइंट है, राइट. सो दिस पोर्शन इज वेरी सिंपल. एट दिस पॉइंट all the three states solid, liquid and gas coexist together and there is an equilibrium between solid, liquid and vapor state of the substance. तो ट्रिपल पॉइंट ऑफ वाटर जो है वो 0.01 डिग्री सेल्सियस है, प्रेशर की वैल्यू 0.00611 बार है अकॉर्डिंग टू द गिवन डेटा. So the B part of the problem, what is the effect of decrease of pressure on boiling point of water and melting point of ice as seen from the phase diagram? So in this we can see that boiling point is the condition of temperature and pressure where there is an equilibrium between liquid and vapor state of the substance. So in this diagram we can see that this whole curve is representing equilibrium between liquid and vapor phase. At each and every point on this curve there is an equilibrium, so all these points are boiling points. So we can see here that as we are increasing the pressure, the temperature is increasing. The temperature is on x-axis, the pressure is on y-axis. As we are increasing the pressure, the temperature or the boiling temperature is increasing. So from the graph we can say that for boiling of water, effect of decrease in pressure, as we are decreasing the pressure, the boiling temperature is going to decrease. We know that boiling is an endothermic process. If they are asking that what is the favorable condition for boiling of water, so H2O from liquid state going to vapor state, it is an endothermic process. So favorable condition for boiling of any liquid, not only water, is since the process is endothermic, so high temperature, and if we decrease the external pressure, it is easy to make the vapor pressure of the liquid equals to external pressure. So low pressure, low external pressure and high temperature is favorable condition for boiling of any liquid. So here we can say that low pressure and high temperature is favorable condition for water as well as any liquid. But when we discuss about melting is the condition of temperature and pressure where there is an equilibrium between solid and liquid state of the substance. So all the point on this straight line is representing equilibrium between solid and liquid. So here when we are discussing about melting, right, melting again is an endothermic process. So melting of ice we are discussing here. What is the effect of decrease in pressure on melting of ice? So from this diagram we can say that when the pressure is high, corresponding to this pressure, the melting temperature will be this. As we are decreasing the pressure, the melting temperature is going to increase. So we can say that while melting of ice, if the pressure is decreasing, the melting temperature is increasing. So that is the effect on melting of ice, right? If they are asking that what is the favorable condition for melting of ice, we can say that melting is again an endothermic process, so high temperature is required. High temperature is favorable condition. About pressure, it depends upon the nature of the substance. If like ice, the density in solid state is less than the density in liquid state, while for most of the substances the density of solid state is greater than that of liquid state. So in general, if we apply external pressure on any substance, the substance will always move in that direction in which the density of the substance is going to increase. So in case of ice, when I am going to apply the pressure, the substance will convert into liquid, because in liquid state the density of water is more than that of ice. So we can say here that for favorable condition for melting of ice is high temperature and high pressure. But for other substances, if I am saying where the density of solid form is greater than density of liquid form, so we can say that low pressure and high temperature. But for this particular case where the density of solid form is less than density of liquid form, for melting of ice, high temperature and high pressure will be favorable condition. So it's very simple. If you have to comment about pressure, you just think that on applying pressure, the substance will move always in that direction where the density of the substance will increase. So here in case of ice, on increasing pressure it will move towards liquid state, but for other substances on increasing pressure the liquid form will convert into solid form, right? So this is about part B. Now moving to the third part of the question, that is part C. The liquid vapor coexistence curve ends at a point PC 223 bar and TC 374 degree Celsius. What is the significance of this point? तो हमने गैसियस स्टेट में कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को लैब में पहली बार लिक्विफाई किया एंड सॉलिडिफाई किया. सो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड इज द फर्स्ट गैस विच वॉज लिक्विफाइड इन लैब। तो ये जो पॉइंट है जहां पे ये क्वेश्चन पूछा जा रहा है, दैट पॉइंट इज नोन एज क्रिटिकल पॉइंट, राइट। तो यहां पे अगर हम इस फेस डायग्राम में बात करें तो दिस पॉइंट इज क्रिटिकल पॉइंट वेयर द प्रेशर इज नोन एज क्रिटिकल प्रेशर एंड the temperature here is known as critical temperature। critical temperature और critical pressure पे अगर हम 1 मोल सब्सटेंस का वॉल्यूम कैलकुलेट करें तो that volume is known as critical volume। so PC, TC and VC, these are critical constant for any substance, right? so here they are asking that the liquid vapor coexistence curve ends at point PC and TC। what is the significance of this point? So in gaseous state NCERT में ये डायग्राम दे रखा है when we are doing liquefaction of carbon dioxide। so when the temperature is below the critical temperature for carbon dioxide, the critical temperature is 30.98 डिग्री सेल्सियस। अगर कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड गैसियस स्टेट में, मतलब इसका वॉल्यूम ज्यादा है, उसका प्रेशर कम है, it is existing in gaseous state and below critical temperature, suppose we are starting from point A and now we are compressing the gas, right? we are applying the pressure and compressing the gas, means we are moving in this direction। इस प्रेशर पे पहली बार while compressing we are keeping the temperature constant, so this graph is an isotherm at 21.5 डिग्री सेल्सियस। बी पॉइंट पे पहली बार जो गैस है वो लिक्विड में कन्वर्ट होगा। देयर इज एन इक्विलिब्रियम बिटवीन लिक्विड एंड वेपर एंड दैट्स व्हाई द वेपर प्रेशर ऑफ दिस लिक्विड इज कांस्टेंट ड्यूरिंग दिस होल थिंग एंड दैट्स व्हाई इट इज अ स्ट्रेट लाइन। इस पॉइंट पे, सी पॉइंट पे सारा का सारा गैस जो है वो लिक्विड में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा और अगर आप लिक्विड को कंप्रेस करना चाहते हो तो रिलेटिवली यू हैव टू अप्लाई मोर प्रेशर इन ऑर्डर टू कंप्रेस द लिक्विड स्टेट ऑफ द सब्सटेंस, राइट। जैसे जैसे हम टेम्परेचर को इंक्रीज करते हैं, काइनेटिक एनर्जी इंक्रीज करती है, इट इज डिफिकल्ट टू लिक्विफाई द गैस। तो वो मैक्सिमम टेम्परेचर, दैट इज क्रिटिकल टेम्परेचर, वो मैक्सिमम टेम्परेचर जहां तक हम गैस को लिक्विफाई कर सकते हैं, दैट इज नोन एज क्रिटिकल टेम्परेचर। या हम ये कह सकते हैं कि वो मिनिमम टेम्परेचर जिसके ऊपर अगर हम गैस पे प्रेशर अप्लाई करें तो गैस कैन नॉट बी लिक्विफाई इज नोन एज क्रिटिकल टेम्परेचर। सो द डेफिनेशन ऑफ क्रिटिकल टेम्परेचर इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। The maximum temperature up to which the gas can be liquefied or the minimum temperature above which the gas cannot be liquefied। इसके बाद आप देखो कि अगर टेम्परेचर 30.98 डिग्री सेल्सियस से ज्यादा है तो हम कितना भी प्रेशर अप्लाई कर लें, the gas is not liquefied, right? It will remain in gaseous state, right? So this is a very important point given in NCERT। so अगर हमारा टेम्परेचर, जैसे इस क्वेश्चन में पूछा जा रहा है कि ये जो पॉइंट है यहाँ पे, दिस पॉइंट इज नोन एज क्रिटिकल पॉइंट, अगर टेम्परेचर और प्रेशर की वैल्यू क्रिटिकल पॉइंट वाले प्रेशर और टेम्परेचर से ज्यादा है तो यहाँ पे जो सब्सटेंस है दैट विल एग्जिस्ट एज सुपर क्रिटिकल फ्लूइड। सुपर क्रिटिकल फ्लूइड जो है वो कंडीशन है प्रेशर और टेम्परेचर की जहां पे हम किसी सब्सटेंस के लिक्विड एंड वेपर स्टेट को डिस्टिंग्विश नहीं कर सकते। बिफोर दैट, बिफोर और अप टू क्रिटिकल पॉइंट there is a distinct line between liquid and vapor state, but after that there is no distinct line between liquid and vapor state। so we have discussed a lot of things given in NCERT which is very important regarding supercritical fluid or critical point or liquefaction of real gases, right? तो आप ये यहाँ देख सकते हैं कि ये जो पोर्शन है, दिस पोर्शन इज रिलेटेड टू supercritical fluid for carbon dioxide gas। so supercritical fluid is any substance at a temperature and pressure above critical point where distinct liquid and gas phase do not exist, and there are many applications of supercritical fluid। so these things are given in NCERT, please go through it, this is very important। now discussing the D part, what is the phase of water at 300 Kelvin and 12 bar or the temperature 270 Kelvin and 1 bar pressure। तो यहाँ अगर हम देखें इसमें if we see this graph, they are discussing the first temperature is 300 Kelvin. ये 300 Kelvin वाला टेम्परेचर है और प्रेशर है 12 बार. सो यहाँ पे टेम्परेचर जो है वो डिग्री सेल्सियस में दे रखा. 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस मीन्स 373 Kelvin. सो दे हैव गिवन 300 Kelvin, मतलब इससे पहले टेम्परेचर होना चाहिए. एंड द प्रेशर इज 12 बार. सो बिफोर 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस इट शुड बी. एंड प्रेशर, यहाँ पे प्रेशर 1.0 बार है तो 12 बार कहीं यहाँ ऊपर होगा. At this point of time you can see that the liquid state is here. So we'll say that at this point of time the liquid state will be stable. So under the given condition the substance will exist in liquid state. इस given condition में substance जो है वो liquid state में exist करेगा. The other condition is temperature is 270 Kelvin. 0 degree Celsius means 273 Kelvin. So it is 270 Kelvin. तो यहाँ पे ये 0 डिग्री सेल्सियस इधर कहीं होगा. एंड द प्रेशर दे हैव गिवन इज 1 बार, राइट. सो अगर हम यहाँ पे टेम्परेचर लेते हैं और प्रेशर इज 1 बार, सो वी कैन से हियर दैट एट दिस पॉइंट solid state of the substance is going to be stable. So under this condition we can say that the solid state of water will be stable. So under different conditions of pressure and temperature, different form of the substance is going to exist. So moving to the next part, E part. Below what value of pressure will ice when heated isobarically sublimes to vapor? So again this is a very important point. You can see here that if the pressure is above triple point pressure is 0.00611 बार और 0.006 ATM अप्रॉक्सीमेटली. तो इस प्रेशर के ऊपर मान लो कि अगर हम ये प्रेशर लेते हैं 1.01, तो इस प्रेशर पे अगर आप देखोगे तो अगर हम टेम्परेचर को इंक्रीज करेंगे तो सॉलिड विल कन्वर्ट इनटू लिक्विड एंड देन लिक्विड विल कन्वर्ट इनटू वेपर. So all the three states will come: solid, then liquid, and then vapor will come. But if we are below this triple point pressure, this is triple point, so if the pressure is below the triple point pressure, we can say that solid is directly converted into vapor state. So they are asking that below what value of pressure will the ice when heated isobarically sublimes to vapor? We can say that when the pressure is below the pressure at triple point, that is 0.00611 bar, we can say that on heating below this pressure the solid form of ice will directly go to gaseous state. Moving to the next part, that is the last part. At a certain temperature and pressure on the liquid vapor coexistence line, the molar volume of water in two phases are given. So the molar volume in liquid phase they have given as 3.15 into 10 to the power minus 5 meter cube, and in vapor phase the molar volume is 15.8 into 10 to the power minus 5 meter cube. For 1 mole of water in a 1.1 liter vessel at this temperature and pressure, determine the volume fraction of liquid and vapor phases. So this is a very good question. This is within the JEE Advanced syllabus, right? We can solve with the knowledge we have about real gas or we can say solid, liquid and vapor phase. तो इस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करने के लिए पहले तो हमें ये समझना है कि हम एक कंटेनर ले रहे हैं. द वॉल्यूम ऑफ दिस कंटेनर इज 100 ml. 0.1 liter means 100 ml. So 100 ml container is there. In this container we are taking 1 mole of water. So this 1 mole of water, when taken, some part of the water under the given condition of temperature and pressure, there is an equilibrium between liquid and vapor state, right? So we can say here that some part of the water is existing in liquid state and some part of the water is existing in vapor state. So the total volume of water is given, that is equal to 0.1 liter. And we can write here that this total volume of water should be the volume of water in liquid phase प्लस द वॉल्यूम ऑफ वाटर इन वेपर फेस। ये जो पूरा कंटेनर है, कुछ पार्ट इस कंटेनर का गैस ने ऑक्यूपाई कर रखा है और कुछ पार्ट लिक्विड ने ऑक्यूपाई कर रखा है। टोटल वॉल्यूम जो है 0.1 लीटर है कंटेनर का। तो हम ये मान सकते हैं यहाँ पे कि द नंबर ऑफ मोल्स ऑफ वाटर इन लिक्विड स्टेट into molar volume of water in liquid state. This is the volume of water in liquid state plus the number of moles of water in vapor state into molar volume of water in vapor state. So this is the total volume of water in vapor state. If we add the volume of water in liquid and vapor phase, the volume of the whole container will come. तो अभी जो डेटा दे रखा है इस हिसाब से द टोटल नंबर ऑफ मोल्स ऑफ लिक्विड प्लस नंबर ऑफ मोल्स ऑफ वेपर इज इक्वल टू 1. सो आई कैन से दैट द मोल फ्रैक्शन इन वेपर फेस इज इक्वल टू नंबर ऑफ मोल्स ऑफ water in liquid phase divided by 1, and mole fraction of water in vapor phase is equal to number of moles of water in vapor phase divided by 1. So here mole fraction and number of moles in liquid and vapor phase will be same. Now I can put that this volume is 0.1 liter. So I am putting here in liters. So left hand side is the total volume of this container, which is 0.1 liter. On the right hand side, number of moles, I can assume that the number of moles of water in liquid phase is NL, and the molar volume of water, if I convert this into liter, in 1 meter cube there is 1000 liters. So if I multiply this by 1000, I can write that this value is equal to 3.15 into 10 to the power minus 2 liter. Similarly, I can write that the number of moles of water in vapor phase multiplied by molar volume of water in vapor phase, that is given, which we can convert into liter, which is 15.8 into 10 to the power minus 2 liter. And here we can say that number of moles of water in liquid phase is equal to the mole fraction of water in liquid phase, right? So I can write here that the mole fraction of water in vapor phase is equal to 1 minus the mole fraction of water in liquid phase, or I can directly say that this is equal to number of moles of water in vapor phase is 1 minus number of moles of water in liquid phase. तो यहाँ पे आप डायरेक्टली लिख सकते हैं कि अगर ये नंबर ऑफ मोल्स ऑफ वाटर लिक्विड फेस में है, वेपर फेस में 1 माइनस नंबर ऑफ मोल्स ऑफ वाटर इन लिक्विड फेस. And now we can apply this concept that if XL and XV are the mole fraction of water and liquid in liquid and vapor phase, we can calculate here that what is the mole fraction of water in liquid phase, right? By using the last equation, जहाँ पे NL है वहाँ हम XL लिख सकते हैं. यहाँ पे mole fraction of water in liquid phase into 3.15 into 10 to the power minus 2. Similarly, we can write here that 1 minus mole fraction of water in liquid phase into 0.158. इसको अगर हम simplify करते हैं, on simplification we'll get that what is the mole fraction of water in liquid phase. एक बार liquid phase में mole fraction आ गया तो we can calculate what is the volume of water in liquid phase. Volume of water in liquid phase is mole fraction of water in liquid phase into molar volume. So if I simplify from here, I can calculate that the volume of water in liquid phase is 0.14 liter. तो इस में हमें ये पता चल गया कि यहाँ लिक्विड स्टेट में ये 0.14 लीटर है, राइट? I think it will be 0.014 liter because the total volume is 0.1 liter. Total volume is 0.1 liter. So this is 0.014 liter. I think this will be 0.014 liter and this will be 0.086 liter. So in this way we can solve this question, right? तो बहुत basic concept पे था. So I hope you liked this question. So for more such videos, please don't forget to like and subscribe our channel. Thank you very much. Bye bye.